Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Suchitra's Life, with me, Suchitra. And in this episode, I managed to catch up with Chethan Yelma, who's one of the founders of Matka Foods, which has other subsidiaries called Oatful and Fruit Custard that work on the cloud kitchen based model but are effectively automated. People who want to venture into something like this can dive right into the conversation, and I hope you glean some insights that are practical and actionable to you. So let's get started. Hey, hi, Chetan. Welcome to my podcast. How are you doing today?
Hi, Sujitra. I'm doing cool. I just completed my STEM, so I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing good. Like weekends are like a happy thing to look forward to for me.
Right. Makes sense.
Alright.
Yeah.
So before we get started, I'd like to know a bit more about you. Like where are you from, and you know, what are you doing currently? Just take us
Uh-huh.
through your childhood.
Fine. So nostalgia. So it's like I am basically from Adilabad, so it's a place in Telangana. From then, most of my from 10th, I was in Hyderabad. So I was studying my intermediate or my graduation, everything was in Hyderabad. But it was a lot of stress in my journey. It was like when I was in ninth standard, I was into robotics. Then I thought, no, I should again get back to study. So it was like on and off for me every time. Even in my when I was completing my plus two, I still remember I hardly went about 1 month to the college. In the whole, I was mostly at home. So that is how it went. But I was always curious about things or technology. Mostly it's technology and how things were growing so fast. So I was introduced to computers at my very early age. I feel so lucky for that because when I did come to my graduation, I was surprised to see people still liking a lot of technology or learning them. So that was my thing. But apart from education and tech and all, so I have very weird habits. I love to walk barefoot. I love to swim a lot. So there are very weird hobbies like where I still watch cartoons. So that is how it goes. Yeah.
Even I love cartoons, so don't worry.
Doraemon. Yeah, still watch Doraemon. While so that is how. Those are so weird things which I don't find in regular people like when I say this. Yeah. Okay. Good. So yeah.
That is interesting. And when did you found Matka Foods?
Huh. So coming to my entrepreneurial journey, basically, it was like started after my BTech, like end of my BTech phase. It was not Matka Foods directly. I was completely a non-chef or non-food guy. I don't know like much to cook. I have zero passion for it. Like initially, that was if you would ask me honestly, that would be my answer. But after that, what happened was like when I started, I thought I'll develop great technology for event management. It was very unorganized clutter sector.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then, things didn't go well. We had to sell it off and I tried couple of startups like small businesses. We set up a Rashi online store like plus and minus, plus and minus. Then finally I felt, we need enough capital. I was never back of funding again. I mean, like if हमको ये करना है तो like we definitely need funding. So I was not that sort of guy. I was like, we can do this without funding or without capital, but a bare minimum of capital we can do with the company. It's all about the idea and with whom are you working with? What is your team? So then that was going on like plus and minus startups. After that, one day I came across a page. So this is very interesting. I came across a page and I was like in my last phases of failing on trying startups. Like for the whole 1 year, I tried after my graduation, like quitting. I did not take up the job. Sorry, not quitting, but I did not take up the job, and I was just trying this thing. So it was like if there is a plus and again there's a minus, so you end up in zero. That was my situation. And I was feeling why these startups need huge capital, and also then suddenly I saw this Instagram page where I found very creative photography of food. I don't know who is handling that, but they're doing the recipes and all. So I just followed the page. Then suddenly, then I after 1 or 2 days, I texted them or they texted me. I exactly don't remember the situation, but somehow we got connected. And she was a business partner. Then we turned up into business of making the food thing as primary. So her name is Matka. So like, but I don't like, fortunately or unfortunately, she's my college junior. I never knew this, but in the college we never met. So, but I had a society in college. So she says she always tells that I taught her.
Oh.
I taught her, yeah, I taught the technology like to her. I took the class with her like I think twice or thrice. She always says this, but we never met in college. So then after that, when we texted, we found okay. I convinced myself, see, food has something in it, but I have zero knowledge about it. But at least a 1 year of experience can get me. So in that way, we started Matka Foods along with Matka, me, and there was other girl, Monica, and Chethan. So like 5 to 6 friends we combined and we started it off, but we ended up splitting due to different reasons. And finally, me, Surya, and we like Humpy, we are leading the company.
Mm-hmm. So apart from Matka Foods, like you have other subsidiaries called Food Custard and Oatful. Oatful is the one, right? So,
Right.
Why not one? Like, why these subsidiaries? I mean, I always have this question when people bring subsidiaries like this is the companies or whatever they're called.
Right.
So, don't you think it'll confuse your consumer? Kind of like it might confuse them, right? I'm just curious.
No, it's like when this was again one of the funny stories. Like many people doesn't know this why we did this. But when we started Mr. Matka, initially we had long vision and all. But by then also I feel that we did not have that enough maturity to, you know, think that forward of like what will happen next. And we never had experience in food industry, neither me or her or anyone in the team. So we don't know how things will turn up for us. So we took things so slowly that we rented out small cars and it was on the streets. So that is how we went very slowly. We went very slowly and we went very, we insisted on ourselves that we shouldn't go beyond this. Our capital is this much. So if it is going beyond that, we should work. Employees. So we never had employees for the first 1 year. Everything from kitchen or in the outlets, we managed ourselves to work. In the meantime, we found definitely we need a lot of capital to do a lot of things. Then, and I was also not having any source of other income or job, and I was very hesitant to ask my family because that is not what they want me to do. So then again, I can't ask a lot of money from my friends too. So then it was like for the whole 1 year, we tried a lot of recipes in Matka. We spent money on recipes. We spent money on R&D. Like how can we simplify the process? How can we group tech in this? How can we minimalize labor or workforce? How can we minimalize everything? So that is what our thought process was. Even though like our one side, yeah, definitely giving the customer the best food experience, but the other side was this. Then for the whole 1 year, we tried this thing, and it was coming to end also. We actually changed our outlet place on twice, and we were not doing that great. I mean, it's like 2022 June or July, we gave up, and it's like it's not exactly giving up. We just took a break. Now so we can't do it. I mean, we don't know anything about, but by that time we got a lot of experience and expertise on people's mindset, and how the food brands go. So that is how what we have. We were out of capital. Only things we have are our equipment or the basic stuff which we bought initially. So then for the whole 3-4 months, I took a break. We did organize some flea markets, and after that, I don't know, we felt like closing everything in November or October. Then what happened? 2022. This was. Then suddenly what happened was we actually got this idea of in Mr. Matka there are a lot of items and a lot of categories. We felt that is what might be. I mean, it might kill us. You don't have a niche product. You have sandwiches. It's very generic. But our desserts were too good. But whoever customers come, we are repeating, but we were not able to sell it at that high mark of level. So then what happened? We started a small stall of fruit custard also. Matka was on pause. We never had outlet. So we started fruit custard at a small stall. We saw huge response. Fruit custard was a dish from Mr. Matka. So we just had to split the part so that people will think it as separate brand and the niche audience will grow and people will we can educate easily to people that we have this brand and this is related to custard or desserts. So that is how we started it, and then it grew enormously. In the month of December only we closed like 2 to 3 outlets, and we opened 2 to 3 outlets, and in the meantime what happened, Matka had also boomed. One of the franchisees, we gave one of the franchise at Gachibowli in Hyderabad, and we opened our outlet at Madhapur. So all good things came to us in December. Then from January, we never saw again back. It was growing. But for the whole last 1 year, I guess, 2022 to 2023, we grew in number of outlets, but we had to close few lot of things happened. But other outlets are doing good. And we made actually decent revenue, and everything is going good. So I feel that you start with a vision and all, but it changes slightly according to what happens and about your experience and expertise. If you already have now, since I have food experience and all, if someone comes to me, I can easily predict what are the easiest steps they can do so that in about a month they'll reach whatever they want, rather than a year. And we add a lot of technology to it. So that is how I feel these other brands. See, Oatful is also there. I can keep all this in Matka, but I want to open it as separate brand so that people will think, we have to go to Oatful. So we are trying to create the niche audience. So that's it. That is the reason. But all the dishes are from Mr. Matka only. We just made different brands.
Got it. And I was about to ask you about this technology thing. So looks like you have kind of automated your Mr. Matka. How did that happen? How were you able to achieve that? That was really impressive.
Thanks for that. So this is it's actually what we do. I mean, I am not a food I'm not a food making chef, but I am good at technology. So I always, so for our efficiency or for our low workforce or low capital, technology helped us a lot. It's like we already, by the time I was graduating, I knew a lot about machinery, I knew a lot about drones, I knew a lot about applications, which I can build in real time. I knew a lot of websites or designs and all. So that is the reason we never spent a penny on technology, which helped us. I mean, the same technology which we have designed in terms of kitchen machinery, which automatically do desserts and all. So if we would have spent that money on an agency to help us doing that, or on a digital marketing agency taking care of our Instagrams and websites or our applications, if we would outsource all this, then it would be easily more than 10 or 15 lakhs. So that is how we save lot of money in technology, but all we know is we are very good at it, so that is the only reason we could achieve. And second thing, primarily it was tough initially, to design machines. We had a lot of issues also, but we had to talk to vendors and actually, but whereas multidisciplinary,
Yeah.
where people, since I know people from different domains, like who have already expertise in that, so I used to take decisions from them, like, okay, is this good or is this good? How would you solve this? So such sort of questions actually help me. So that helped me to automate my thing. So complete oatful fruit custard and Mr. Matka pretty much automated from central kitchen wise. Uh, so now that we don't have to work on the automation part, now that we have to work on expansion and marketing part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So on a typical day, what happens at Matka?
Uh-huh.
You know this.
Yeah. At our office, on a typical day, I would start it from night. So our automation work starts at night only. So these all the branches. We have Oatful as a cloud kitchen, Fruit Custard as a brand. We have outlets, we have cars, and we have stores. And Mr. Matka is an outlet.
Yeah.
So I'll segregate between these three. Oatful is completely a healthy brand, like 80% healthy, 20% non-healthy, but that has guilt-free oatmeal overnight soaked oatmeal bowls. Fruit custard is purely a dessert brand. You can go, you can have fruit custard and custard with ice cream or mango custard, or we have apricot delight. So such sort of, it's a dessert delicacy for people. And Mr. Matka is sort of Korean, Italian mixed food. We have corn dogs, we have burritos, we have wraps, and so such sort of thing is Mr. Matka. So basically, what happens is all these branches, wherever they are, they'll have the independent franchise. They are run by independent franchise owners. So these people will order in our website what they will need. So it's a central kitchen model, so that these people doesn't need expertise in chef, or they doesn't need any chef support to do that.
Exactly.
They just need a basic employee. All the raw materials of the prepared custard will go from our kitchen, or everything will go from our kitchen. They need not make it. They just have to sell to the customers, making cheap garnishing. So that is our model run. So when the order is in the night, we get it by 12. We close the orders end of the day, 11:59, and then automatically what happens, based on the number of orders we got, this algorithm calculates like what sort of raw materials we require. So, like example, if you are out of sugar, or if you are out of anything, milk or anything, it will order that to the vendor. It will put a WhatsApp message to the vendor. This vendor in the morning drops all the raw materials, and morning chef comes. So basically, according to the given SOPs, he'll prepare items. He'll see the screen, or he'll see the app, what are the required orders, and he'll use the raw materials, make the orders, put it in bags, put it in the fridge, and go away. Then again, afternoon delivery boys come. They see the app, so we use only electric vehicles to deliver. So they actually pick up whatever orders are there. Right now, we have 2 delivery boys. So they are more than enough to do for all our branches. So they deliver it to all the branches, whatever orders are there. They come back. In terms of operations, yeah, this is what that goes. So where no human intervention is required. So everything is automated, and everyone will do their own duties. Yeah.
It's like quite interesting.
Right.
During all of this, how do you ensure the quality is up to the mark, or hygiene measures and the safety of your food and everything? How do you ensure this part? Like, just a quick.
Quality. Quality is something like, we take care. First of all, we never change our raw materials. So everything is fixed in terms of SOP. Even, the flame of the gas is completely controlled according to the SOP. In what temperature the meat should boil. So such sort of minimalist things have also been taken care. But end of the day, we don't know like what might happen, or if anything goes wrong, everything is wrong. So what our chef does is, every day, whatever he does, he makes samples and he makes a note of dates. Like today I made this, so this is the sample for that. Today I made custard, today I made mango custard, today I made apricot delight. So he puts the sample in the fridge. So what we do is, whenever we come to office, neither me or my partner or any of our employees, we taste that. So if it is good, then okay. We taste it again the second day. We taste it again third day also, just make sure that everything is going good and the temperature, and because there are chances that our franchisee owners might also complain because it has shelf life of 2 to 3 days, so it got spoiled and all. So we had to take care of that part too. But initially we used to have a lot of complaints, but due to very because by that time we never had automation, so we used to run rush, and we used to manage payments and all. So it was very hectic. But right now it's very sorted and settled. So yeah, we taste it like everything. So this is how we manage. We take the sample, we keep it, we note the date, we taste it. So that is how it goes.
Great. And
Yeah.
like you said that now the customer feedback is positive and all. Even now, like if people do complain, like let's say if not the franchisee owner, customer, do they come on to your website to leave a feedback, or it's just directly to the franchisee owner? Like where does this customer feedback go, be it positive or negative?
No, end of the day, like considering the customer feedback, it's like quite important to us. And at the same time, as a brand or like any product or service, we can't, expect 100% of people to be satisfied. Like 10% will always be there, will not love our products at all. So that we ignore, because if they say you have to modify more and all, you have to reduce the sugar quantity or you have to increase the sugar quantity. No. This is a SOP we made after a lot of R&D, after a lot of testing, after a lot of so that part we ignore. But we take serious actions when it comes to negative feedback. When it comes when the customers, there are a lot of loyal customers to us. So when they are and they are mostly honest, if it is not, we have to take care much about custard thickness. A lot of customers like the thickness of the custard or the purity of the custard we give. Sometimes what happens is, unfortunately, due to power issues or something happens, and due to less freeze and the custard gets a bit loose, and also this kind of complaints we take seriously, and we actually call or we take very actions then and there. So we get reviews from multiple platforms. They message us on Instagram, or they directly to the franchise owners. They call us on a company number. So in every menu card we have a company number. So on every sticker we have a company number. Okay. So yeah, when we get that feedback and we try to correct it ASAP, and we call the franchise owners, and we don't take a very strict action on them, but we actually tell them that how important it is to gain a customer rather than losing a customer. So if you're losing a customer, then sometimes our customers are like they eat 4 days or 3 days in a week. If you're losing that sort of customer, then it might lose, even in a month he'll make an average billing of 8 to 10,000. So in a year, in that particular branch, he'll make about 1 lakh of billing. So that is how it goes. You are losing something revenue of 1 lakh from one customer. So that is very not good for us. So that is how we try to explain the franchise owners, and Max, we'll do that for you.
True. Got it. And from the beginning of our conversation, you've been saying R&D, R&D, R&D. Is that the reason you got a patent for your name?
No. Patent is completely different. Now we made this patent actually for a pharma company. Initially it was like we made a product for a pharma company called Matka, and then we made it as patent. So it's completely a different part. That's technology side of mine. So never into my business.
Oh. Yeah. So you are like an ardent lover of technology, basically.
Sorry?
So you are an ardent lover.
Like
in and out. So you keep updating yourself with all these technologies, because I I can see that you're already into machine learning and you're talking about algorithms and all of that. So is it like whenever you get a free time, you sort of hop on and try to learn another new tech? How's it
Uh-huh.
like?
No, it's been
Free time. Of course,
uh,
I think you will, but just curious as to what you do in your free time.
I never. I mean, it's been 1 year to 1 year 5 months, I guess. I stopped learning technology, but I see news in technology, like what is going on around me, like what sort of products or services or software services or SaaS products are coming out. But coming to learning, I stopped it 1.5 years back. Yeah, but I'm good at. When I was in a BTech only, I was very good at uh, computer vision technology. That is what actually inspired me to do a lot in tech. So yeah, computer vision is something you can say is my cup of tea. Till now, okay, I think I can code because last year I helped a lot of my juniors. Still last year I think I'm good. This year I never tested myself, but it's just I have to brush and so I feel technology is something, any technology, it is not machine learning or you need 3 months to learn the basic upfront and you need about 9 months to master it. And in this 9 months, all you have to do is you have to do the real-time projects. So then obviously you will master the technology. So yeah, at least you will get at least about 20 to 30% of that. You can't go to very deep R&D like scientists are doing, but you can do the basic applications. So tech is, coding or tech or any kind of tools or software or languages can be learned is what I feel. And anyone can learn irrespective of the background of what. And they just have to spend time or they should have interest in that. So yeah.
Exactly. And what are the advantages and disadvantages of running, a cloud-based kitchen compared to a traditional restaurant? Are there disadvantages? I mean, I'm not seeing, but just curious.
Basically, a restaurant is also a cloud kitchen because yeah, that has Swiggy and Zomato to it. But when it's purely cloud kitchen, first thing is there are a lot of competitors in this space. Like when you open your Swiggy and Zomato, you find a lot of offers where you can't even compete with the big brands or the big funded companies until and unless you have a lot in your bank account. So that is what I feel coming to cloud kitchen. You should have a lot in space or you should have a lot capital basically. People say like I can also say if you have 5,000 get a license, get Swiggy and Zomato, run a cloud kitchen from your home. But what is the future you're doing? I mean, how many orders are you getting in real time per day? So all this counts. So even though like now you don't have rental, you're running it from your home, so you can keep your food costs low and all. So trust me, the margins in food industry are so less. Suppose you are selling a product for 100 rupees, you end up saving the owner, I mean the who is running the business, he end up saving only 5 to 10 rupees. So that is the current scenario where there's a lot of competition in this. That is what I can say. So in cloud kitchen also there's a lot of competition, but you can run it as a side kick, just like invest 5 to 10,000, start a cloud kitchen. If you are very good at recipes, if you are very passionate about cooking, and if you feel like people will love your food, and particularly I don't suggest people to get into biryani, regular food. There are a lot of competitors, there are a huge market, but still there are a lot of competition in that. But something if you can do something unique, if suppose someone is a baker and also a software engineer, maybe he or she can try making the authentic baking and targeting the premium customers.
Yeah.
There is space, but only for few things. So we started Old School only because we hardly have 3 to 4 competitors in the space. And we see a huge fit in the market. So that is the reason we started Old School as a cloud kitchen. But I wouldn't suggest myself to do, I start a biryani brand or some South Indian or North Indian. I'm not good at it. If I am a chef, I would have done that, but I'm not. I'll only do. So we are slowly moving in the 360-degree desert cloud kitchen brand.
Mm-hmm.
So like we'll have multiple cloud kitchens, but only for desserts. So I think this is what we finally like. We stick to it. So this is what giving us revenue.
Okay.
Something sandwich or pizza or making some biryani is not giving us revenue, and that is not our cup of tea also. So we realize that we are good at desserts, traditional or it might be any sort of desserts. We'll stick to it and we'll grow within it.
Great.
Yeah.
So you were telling me earlier that back in December is when things
Mm-hmm.
started picking up for you. When you
Right.
thought of actually, letting it go, it started picking up.
Right.
So looking back, if you had done something different early on,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be like?
So like if things weren't picking on or I did not get you actually.
So basically, you almost thought of letting it go, right? Because it was
Right.
working and there were
Correct.
so many people complaining and stuff. So,
Uh-huh.
if you had to do it all over again, let's say you
Uh-huh.
had to do Matka all over again, what
Uh-huh.
is something that you would have kept in mind early on
Okay.
to, quicken the process where you are
Okay.
now? It would have come to you even early, the stage that you are right now. So what different thing you would have done or what measures you would have taken? Like this is for somebody who wants to get into cloud kitchen. What do you suggest that they don't repeat the things that you have done and didn't work? Some
Right.
observations of yours.
I got that. But if you are a fresher, even though we didn't Matka initially, we had very limited SKUs, hardly 5 to 6 items. But whenever people start something, they feel like we should have hundreds of items. So I think when you're a fresher, we shouldn't do that. We initially started with 6%, but out of fear, what happened like hearing society voices are उसके पास इतना बड़ा menu है, like these people have long menus and they're surviving. We were in that mindset and we started to increase the menu. We started lost into, we did not put the efforts in the right way rather than in marketing and spreading that. We have only this items, but we are very good at it. No one can beat us. So that is what we should have conveyed people. But in a wrong way, what happened? We slightly increased the menu out of fear and out of the revenue. So that is what killed us initially. That is one factor. And second factor is that capital is something we always feel that's for our own good. We did not have experience, or we did not invest a lot into it. So if you don't have experience, don't invest a lot into it until and unless you're getting good positive vibes. So till then, don't invest a lot into it. At least gain experience from working under someone, or you started something small for about 6 to 8 months and then you do something big. Is I suggest, because the failure cases are high these days. And other than that, what would I say in Matka? Mostly I think that is only one thing I was very much worried, like excuse. So that is the reason what happened in the second firm, like fruit custard when we started, we only had 3 items for one whole year. Like from last year to now, we did run only 3 items, and people were like, they're very surprised seeing that I have 3 items like it's a rent, you're taking out the rent, you're taking out salaries and all. But that is how we did it. Now that we increased the menu a bit to change the customer's mindset, but still we just stick on to desserts and custard part only, whatever we are increasing. We did not suddenly put french fries into it. So that is how. So we shouldn't do that, I feel. At least if your brand is getting good visibility and then if you still feel but we are planning, our thought is like minimum SKUs, take and slowly grow, like increase 1 year, say about like add 2 to 3 items. But whatever you have, you must be the best seller of the city in that. Suppose if you are selling Faluda, your Faluda should be the best Faluda in Hyderabad. So that is how you should position yourself in the market. You are selling shawarma, your shawarma should be the best shawarma. So then don't go to other things. If you are selling shawarma, sell shawarma. Suddenly don't get into biryani. It's like saying, well, biryani, if I start, I'll get more revenue and all. So that don't get into multiple things. Yeah.
Got it.
Multiple SKUs, increasing menu size and all.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
How are like I know Matka is now kind of established and it's
Uh-huh.
got loyal customers and all. Are you putting any measures in expanding and reaching new customers? I mean, how are you working on the branding and marketing part of your Matka?
Rather than Matka, right now also we are concentrating much on fruit custard
Mm-hmm.
because we have got, even though we started fruit custard as an item based in Mr. Matka,
Mm-hmm.
but when we took separate as the brand,
Yeah.
that wavelength was very different, and by that time our experience or expertise also helped the brand to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Matka is such a brand, compared to custard, it needs 10x of investment.
Oh.
Because it has lot of items into it.
Yeah.
So I think we might keep Mr. Matka itself,
Mm-hmm.
like hardly increasing one or two outlets more. But the subsidiary brands which we took, I think we'll plan to grow them up. That is what running in our mind. We have some other hot items in Matka and from other than others.
Mm.
So those are also good, but those are not neat. I mean, when you go to, when you just go to Subway, you think it as sub. So that is how your mind
Mm.
goes into it. When you go to, the same way, when you go to fruit custard, you always see, fruit custard is a primary item here.
Yeah.
But we never had such things for Matka. But Matka actually is the base for all these brands.
Yes.
So we want to keep it as like that only,
Mm-hmm.
but we want to take subsidiary brands from that and grow.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
And your future plan would be like, let's say, like in a year or so, are new subsidiaries coming in or just three for now?
Yeah. No. It's one of my sorry. My mother wanted to start a cloud kitchen around this Bobbatlu traditional Telugu food thing.
Okay.
So we already took the license. She has her own recipes. We are just waiting to launch the brand at the right moment, probably in Jan mid for Sankranti or something like that. We are very confident about that. Now that we are very experienced, so the type of desserts brand also which we are bringing, hopefully something international sort of item everyone will eat. Again, fruit custard is semi-international. Again, this is completely related to Indian sector, Bobbatlu. And again, we are planning some other things. Like after these 3 to 4 banks, we are planning to get, as I said, Mr. Matka say we want to remove other sector called hot dog, it's a Korean dish. We want to start it as a separate brand.
Oh.
So we do have plans, but I don't know. And second thing is, I think all the entrepreneurs must have a lot of patience. It takes a lot of time. I'll just give an example of my friend who wants to start a donut company. He came to me like 4 5 months back, I guess.
Okay.
Here in a month, everything is done. I ordered trucks for this. So I was like very confident about doing it in a month. But it's been 3 4 months, even its logo, I mean, it's not fixed. So I say that things will take a lot of time. You should have a lot of patience to do that. If you would have not, if you would have quit in 2022 June, and we would never take this step of custard and all in 2022 ending May, and we would never have this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel patience is also one of the key. Like you should work hard, you should be smart, you should automate things, but it takes time. There's something you should believe very firmly that things take time, a lot of time.
Great. And my final question would be,
Right.
how are you balancing all these things with your personal life? I mean, I know you automated it, but I'm still curious, like.
Right now, though, I'm least, to be honest, I'm more connected to my friends. So my personal life with my friends is damn good, I can say. I hang out with them. So that is perfectly good. I just don't post it social that I'm hanging out, but people think a lot that he's an entrepreneur, he might be busy and he keeps on working hard and because people's mindset is like that. One of my friends firmly believes that I don't actually go to any place or rather than just going to my home. But I think I almost eat outside daily, so that is how it goes. So it's like I don't post it or so that is the first thing. But coming to family, right now I'm least connected due to, you can't face the family when you're doing all these things that easily. But probably very soon, yeah, I'll get gel with them too. But friends are a lot, and I have good friends covered with me. So that is one like if anyone asks like what is who supported you in the initial days, your family is always there and they actually gave us freedom to do this. But my cousins and my friends are like a very strong pillars to me till date, yeah.
True. Friends are like a family that we choose.
Right.
It's even more special with friends and all. And thanks a lot, Chethan, for taking us through your journey. And I wish you all the very best in the future.
Yeah.
And thanks a lot
Thank
for
you.
this for me. And hopefully we'll catch up someday.
Sure. And good luck of your podcast beginnings. Hope it grows like very huge. Yeah.
Thank you so much.